Good morning, everyone. Let's see. I think I'm live. I see things spinning. There I am. Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday. Let's see. It's Saturday the 25th. Let's see what today says. Calendar. What I give out, I give back. I give out only goodness, and in turn, only goodness comes back to me. Thank you, Louise. Look, I'm kind of matchy with my calendar today. So I don't know if anybody's there. If anybody's there, you're welcome to say hello. You're welcome to comment, join the conversation. I'm actually here today because I have this brilliant idea to start a new thing. And my new thing is a weekly show, I think on Facebook here, probably about 8 o'clock on Saturdays, because it's Saturday morning, we're waking up, we're having coffee, or I'm trying a new thing today. I'll tell you about that later. And then once we all get back to work and things, Saturday mornings, people are usually still around. So anyway, the name of my new show is called Erin's Tchotchkes. And go ahead, you can take a minute and look up how to spell tchotchke, because I have to look it up like every 5 minutes. But it's a great word. And hopefully when I say it, you laugh. So when I told my husband, he burst out laughing like I was a crazy person, which is frequently his reaction to things I decide to do. And he said, Erin, you hate tchotchkes. Yet, I have a lot of tchotchkes. And the second person I told was my sister, and she just busted up laughing. And I told her she has to get ready to be a guest on my show. And I also told my best friend, and she has told me that I will have to significantly bribe her to be on the show. So we might have to start some kind of like GoFundMe or like something. We have to come up with a plan to entice Jenny to be on my show. So the premise of the show is that I will share a tchotchke and tell you where it came from. And it sounds silly, but I was recently on some meetings. Good morning, Liz. I'm so glad you're up and about and watching Erin's Tchotchkes. That's the name of the new show, Liz, Erin's Tchotchkes. And so I was in a group, and at the beginning of the group, while our host is waiting for people to join, she'd pull something off her shelf and she would talk about it. And I actually found it really fascinating because it gave us an insight into her and something a little personal, something that really made you connect. And it's my favorite part of what we do. And so I'm going to get on every Saturday morning and I'm going to share a tchotchke with you because I have more than I would like to admit for a person who hates tchotchkes. And the plan is each week I will have a guest and they will also bring a tchotchke and they will share it. They can share a little bit about what they do. And then the big part, and what I've gotten the very most out of all of this quarantine, self-isolation, whatever it is we're doing now, is the give back. So talking about what you're giving back to the community on a regular basis during that week, if you have a charity function you're working on, whatever it is, that's really the premise. So it's sharing your tchotchke, so we get a little insight, sharing what you do, and your give back. And that is the platform for my show, Erin's Tchotchkes. So anybody that wants to be on, you just call me, you message me in here, and we'll pick a Saturday morning and we'll chat. I figure it's not going to be more than 30 minutes because nobody has any more attention span than that. So you get like 30 seconds and, yeah. So, shall we talk about my tchotchke? My husband said this morning, because we woke up, and he said, it's time for the first episode of Erin's Tchotchkes. And he laughed at me. And then he said, well, what tchotchke? What are you going to do? And I said, I don't know. And I finally picked one. He went through a list of all of his tchotchkes, but he's not a guest today. So my first tchotchke, let's see, the camera's like reversed, is this owl. This little owl was, I believe, my very first tchotchke. So what better tchotchke to use on your first show than your first tchotchke? And he's nothing fancy. He is my favorite. He's just kind of plastic. He's on a little wood stump with some, I don't know why the wood is green, but little green accents there. He's a pretty little guy. Oh, that's a little better. His ear is chipped. Actually, are both ears chipped? So the story behind this guy, he was my great grandmother's. We called her Little Grandma. It was my dad's grandmother, so my paternal great grandmother. And I would go over to her apartment. I'm gonna have to get a stand. I have to make a stand so I can set my tchotchkes on the stand. I would go over to her apartment, which wasn't super often. I was little. Probably, I mean, as far back little as you can remember, like 4 years old, 5 years old. And I was fascinated with this owl. Like, it was the first thing I went to. She kept it on her little dining table in her apartment, and I would like go to it. And she had this little basket of fake flowers and a crocheted bowl thing. That's how I remember. I should have my grandmother on as a guest so she can better explain this tchotchke. And I loved it. I loved it, and I would want to play with it. And my parents would be like, Erin, don't touch grandma's stuff. But grandma let me. And I think one day I asked if I could have it. I don't think she just gave it to me. I think I asked. And my dad was like, Erin, you can't have little grandma's things. That's her things. And she's like, no. She's little tiny. That's why we called her Little Grandma. Little tiny Sicilian woman from Sicily. This is in New York. And she said, no, she can have it. She can have it. And I have had it ever since. And it's been a long time. I'm not ready on this episode of Erin's Tchotchkes to tell you exactly how old I am. But it's been a long time that I've had this little owl. And he doesn't really have a name. It is a he. And I think owls watch over you. I've had various owl tchotchkes over the years, but this is the only one that has stayed with me. So there we go. It's my little owl tchotchke. And so to follow the platform of the show, what I do, I think of most of you, if you're watching me today, you know, I'm a massage therapist. And that means I'm not working right now. And that's been very, very difficult, mostly because I really miss my clients. I mostly treat clients who are dealing with some kind of chronic pain or discomfort. And so not being able to serve them has been really hard for me. And so after, I kind of flipped out a little bit, as things were unfolding, I was one of the first people like out that they said, you just can't work anymore. And even before that happened, the fear was setting into the community. And so all of my events were getting canceled. And I was just like watching the ground fall out from under me. And nobody knew what was happening, but it was really scary for me. And then almost when everything shut down, I was like, okay, well, here we are. There's nothing I can do, no decisions I can make. I have no choices left. And so then I wondered really what I could do to help people. And so I started breathing some new life into Lemongrass Spa Products, who I'm an independent consultant for. And they're a skin and body care company, natural and organic products. I don't promote them a lot. My main business is massage, but I like working with them because I love their products. I use them. My husband uses them. My whole family uses them. And when my clients need something, I have a resource for them. And so last month in March, my give back was to donate 10% of my sales to Rescue Foundation, who is a human trafficking company. and they saved over 10,000 young girls from human trafficking. And they were in the middle of planning their 20-year celebration when COVID-19 came along and made the celebration not possible, but it is going to resume. So my proceeds went there. And this month for April, so we've got a couple days left. The proceeds from my proceeds from lemongrass spa products are going to Feeding America. And Lemongrass is actually partnered with them. So for each group order I submit that is $300 or more, they will donate 20 meals to Feeding America. And so I think that's amazing. And they're doing that for every consultant. So it's a huge give back. I'm really excited to be part of it. I'm very, very close to my $300. So if you need anything, give me a shout. If you've never tried it, want to try something, I can hook you up with something. And that's my give back right now. So I've been rotating it through the month. I haven't decided what May shall bring, but something has been kind of presenting itself to me each month. So that's how I'm just trying to roll with it. I know, like everybody is, just rolling with it. I've done a bunch of projects. I refinished a bar cart, which you may have seen on my Facebook page or Instagram, and some planters. I'm doing a closet clean out, which it really has been amazing. I'm doing that with Gina, the Style Rebel Mama. And it's been really good because I needed the accountability to do it. And so that's why it's good. And I actually repurposed some t-shirts yesterday. I don't have them here. I should have brought them as tchotchkes. But they were t-shirts that didn't fit right. And sometimes traditional t-shirts, I put them on and I feel like they're just suffocating me. And so I cut them up. And I've never cut up t-shirts before. It was a really big thing. I had to have my sister give me a tutorial because I was afraid to cut things. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wear these anyway. And so I did two. The first one was cute. I widened the neck and cut off the sleeves and cropped it. It's super cute for yoga. And the other one I got really carried away with, and I cut out the back and I braided it and sewed it back on. And not perfect, but again, it's better than some of the workout tops that I have that I don't like wearing. So I'll be able to use them. So, that's the world of Erin and her tchotchkes for today. And see, there we go. 15 minutes. And I'm sure you're like, okay, Erin, we heard about your tchotchkes. But next week, let's see, Liz says she's interested. So Liz, we'll talk and see what Saturday is good for you. Liz Hall is fabulous. She's the owner of the V Trainer, which is an at-home workout app. And she's fabulous and tons of fun. So yay, we'll have Liz as a guest and anybody else who wants to be on. Catch us on the replay. I need to come up with a hashtag. Let's see, what are the things people can help me with? I need some hashtags because I'm terrible at hashtags, like the worst. I don't know. I need help with lighting in my office. So if anybody knows things about that, it's not my good thing. And what else do I need help with? I don't know. You want to be on my show? You message me. We're going to do it. It's going to be awesome. And I hope everybody has a really great Saturday. I think it's nice enough to go for a walk today. It's been hot, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to walk, smoothie, and get to cleaning out my closet. So everyone have a very blessed Saturday, and I will see you next week, 8 o'clock a.m. Have a great day.